So, I went to Buffer Festival. Let's talk about that. So, yeah, I went to Buffer Festival on the 17th to see Rhett and Link. I think the screening was my favorite simply because I was in the front row and Link kept on looking at me, which you're gonna see that through the video once I show that to you. I wasn't so crazy about the meet and greet because I was the second last person to meet them. So really it was just a quick hug. I hugged Link first. I said, yeah, I love your work. I hugged Rhett. I said, I love you. And he said, oh, thank you. And they're tall, like freakishly tall. I thought for sure Rhett would be tall, but even Link, like compared to me, side by side, he was massive. I'm about 5'1", 5'2". I basically had to look up to Link, and Rhett, our pose, I actually got them to put their arm, rest their arm on my shoulders just to kind of see the height difference. But the idiot taking the picture didn't know how to work my camera. I told the girl to take multiple pictures, but I guess she doesn't know how to use a camera. I wasn't pleased with the results and we ran out of time, so they literally pulled me off the stage before I could ask them to retake it. During the screening, they talked about things that will be coming in the future. They talked about how they started with YouTube, and then at the end, the last half hour or so, they had Q&A, which was kind of cool. I just think that they need to work on the meet and greet because the first section of people had a good hour, hour and a half, and then I was in the last group and we only had about half hour, not even. By the time they got to the last row, which was the row I was in, we had about 5 minutes to get through everybody. It was not planned out very well at all. The guy at the end said, yeah, we don't want you talking to them, just quickly take your picture and go, and so it was very quick. Other than that, it was great. I was with my best friend who I haven't seen, oh god, in years now, so I got to catch up with him. And we just kind of spent the day in Toronto. One last thing, because I didn't really get to talk to Rhett and Link, I actually wrote them a letter and I'm sending them a painting that I made for them. So I'm not sure when they'll get it. I'm assuming that it'll take at least a couple months for them to receive it. So hopefully you'll see that in one of their episodes and that they read my letter to everybody, because I think that would be really cool, seeing as I never really got to talk to them. So I'm hoping that happens and I really hope they get it soon. I'll add a picture or video in that as well. So I'm going to show you the clips that I got from the screenings and I really hope you like it.
Okay, now it's time to tell you the real reason that we all brought you here today. That is to embarrass ourselves a little bit.
Right. We've prepared what we're calling a couple of stories, okay, that we want to tell you guys through our videos. The story of how we got started on YouTube and the story of how Good Mythical Morning, the show, came to be.
So anything that we mention, you're about to see in this block of videos. So that's, for those of you that are still confused, that's how it's going to work. Back in 2011, we were still in North Carolina before we moved to Los Angeles. We made a decision to, on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, just come in and talk about something. It would usually be something that we talked about on the way over. We carpool together. We still do to this day. We ride together to work. Link picks me up. And if something was funny in the news or something happened in one of our lives, one of us had a dream about something, we're like, okay, let's just have a candid conversation about that. So that's what Good Morning Chia Lincoln was.
And then once we moved to LA after we did Commercial Kings, the television show, and that ran its course of one season, we just decided to pick up where Chia Lincoln left off, and we called it Good Mythical Morning. We'll end with a world premiere episode of the current Good Mythical Morning.
This will be Mondays. This will be the episode that goes live on Monday for everyone else, but you guys...
I actually haven't seen it either.
I haven't either.
Hope it's good, or at least decent.
We know who to blame if it's not.
Not us.
Me.
At some point in there, we're going to show you a couple of Good Mythical Mornings in its current state, like a couple of our favorites. So we'll start with that. Then we'll go back to Rhett and Linkcast Live. We did that for a year and a half, so we'll show you one of the later ones where they're not as painful. And anywhere it flashes white, we just kind of cut out something that was
too painful.
Enjoy. I like it when the
object of the game is to take the odd-shaped ball and put it into a little area that the other team is trying to prevent you from getting into.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a little one.
This is at the bottom. The first one.
Oh yeah.
What? It is. What? It's a quarter pounder with cheese, dude. Real cool. There's a lot of burger in the mouth. Where it came from, I know not.
Man,
I'm
I
afraid.
feel like an idiot.
What?
somehow made a successful internet show. So have at it, guys. If we can do it, so can you. That's the story today. Be empowered, mythical beasts.
We're gonna open it up to a little Q&A. That's question and answer, for those of you who are wondering. We always thought the idea of being in entertainment and comedy was cool, but it didn't cross our minds that there was any way to make that happen traditionally, because it's like, well, don't you have to move somewhere, and don't you have to you have to get in front of somebody and do something? We just always turned normal situations in life into entertaining situations, and then the internet provided a way to actually reach an audience.
Can you enlighten us on the Lionel Richie references?
Lionel Richie is a big part of my life because he's my biological father.
There were no digital cameras at this time when we were in college. And so we still have a bunch of those, just a bunch of people who we have no idea who they are, who came in our room and got their picture taken. The show is still in the works. We have selected our hosts, and we are currently developing the show. It is yet to be named, but we are hoping that it will be at least soft launched before the end of the year, and then probably really get into the good stuff in 2015.
And just to clarify, you, sir, are not one of the hosts, but you were strongly considered.
Yes.
Man of the shadows. But there's a lot of what we do. I think there's also kind of a almost mathematical approach to what we do. It's like once we decide on something, to get it right, that's when it at points it starts to grind, and you just have to force through. And that's why we're thankful to have each other, that we can kind of push things as opposed to there's an awe down there.
Yeah.
We just wanted to say thank you for being your mythical best, for being true fans who bought a ticket to hang out with us here, and we appreciate you guys, and you make the difference. And you, Mr. R down there, I'm gonna break you.
You're gonna reprimand you.
I love you, man.
That community manifested in Toronto.
Thank you, Rhett and Link. Thanks for having me on stage with you.
Yeah, thanks, Greg.
Hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Follow me on all my social media. And I will see you next video. Thanks for watching.